Jazzy, and today I'm here with the king of Soca himself, Mr. Machel Montano. Mr. Montano, how you doing today?
I'm so fine after you just pronounced my name perfectly. Because they always mispronounce it. Machel Montana. You said Machel Montano, and I love that. Thank you for having me, Jazzy.
And for those who do not know, it's Labor Day weekend here in Brooklyn, New York. Everyone's excited for your performance tonight. And I gotta say, you're gonna blow it out the water, and it's gonna be a great weekend.
Oh man, thank you for that forecast because I always like positive vibes. And the weather is nice. It's
Exactly.
New York. This is our people, all the island people coming out. So, you put that together with some good soca music, I'm sure you'll be spot on. They're going to have a good time.
You began your career at a very young age while still being in primary school. So what work ethic skills did you learn as a child that catapulted you to your success and that you also use as an adult?
Well, as a child, I had parents who were both teachers, so they were much into education and discipline. They were very disciplined parents. And we always learn early what you put in is what you're going to get out. And practice makes perfect. So when we started doing school and music, my parents would really insist that we do all our homework first, get the schoolwork out of the way, and then we could have fun with music as much as we wanted. And that was always the discipline. And then when it came to music, we had to rehearse, we had to practice to make perfect. They would clear the living room out, we'd practice all the actions, singing the calypsos, and go over everything. It was like if 50% preparation and then 50%, spontaneity. Whatever happens in the audience, you be aware and you react like that. But you must prepare and plan, and then the rest will just happen, So it was really that kind of regime growing up from my parents, from my brother and I.
I'm glad to hear that your parents also contributed to your success and your upbringing too. Being able to have those support systems and being able to have that discipline, I feel like is very important and it's very special that will help you on your come up. And I know that my dad, he also helps me out with that as well because, it's important to have that balance between fun and work.
Of course, and education is not necessarily about what job you're gonna have after or trying to be the smartest person. It's about learning how to learn. You just learn how to take information in, how to remember, how to apply it. And sometimes that schoolwork or that education you get in how to learn in school helps you when you want to do your career, whether it be, videos or music or dance. You just know how to pay attention and how to learn and how to apply. And that's the best any parent can teach you.
I love that message, and I hope everyone out there is listening to that because that's an amazing message. I kind of went through the same thing too, and I'm still going through it because my dad, he's trying to help me out, catapult my career to the space that we want it to be.
It's all good. The parents have the experience. They have the love and the care, but they have the experience. And time is always something that brings experience. So you listen to your parents and they guide you, but then you work with them because you have the ideas, you have the enthusiasm for the future, and you have the technology. You know the phones, you know what's happening on the internet. Sometimes you have to teach your parents something. Like me, I teach my mom about the phone. I teach my dad how to do his WhatsApp. But then they sit down and they tell us stories about experience, about what they were taught by their grandparents and their parents, and things that work for them during life. And that's the balance, when you put those two things together and you work as a family unit and you work as a young person who listens to advice of the elders. It's worked for me.
Exactly. You got to listen to the advice of the elders, and you got to just really listen to that. You had the opportunity to collab with so many artists across the world, including Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande, and even Pitbull. When you make music with artists of different genres, how important is introducing soca to a different market and being able to spread soca as a genre?
It's absolutely important for me. That is my modus operandi. That's what I set out to do because I felt like, growing up, I was always looking up at Solid Gold and MTV and wanting to be an international star. And it was tough trying to like your own music and like your own culture when you're seeing other things on the screen. But I started to dive deeply into it and found that my purpose was, let me make this music hip. Let me make it youthful. Let me make it something that I could boast about or something that I could feel in my heart.
Right.
And it took just a few tweaks. I had to just make it mine and make it youthful like me and make it, what my style was. And when I did that, immediately I knew that my mission was to share it with the world. So when I collaborate with people like Pitbull and Little John and Dougie Fresh, I'm always explaining soca, showing them how joyful this music is. I tell them the history of soca is about unity. They mix African and Indian music together, calypso and and different styles to bring out this joy. But the main thing about calypso and soca is that it's a freedom music, it's a celebration music, it's about happiness, and it's about coming together so people feel that love. So I try to put that into all my hip hop friends, all my dancehall friends. Every time I meet an artist, I say, look at this, and I show them, to teach them what soca brings, and then it takes them a while, but they get it.
Being able to collaborate with so many artists across the globe from different kinds of genres is really cool, and it really sets your music apart from others. And that's what makes you special as well. Every region has special music. Music is universal.
Yeah.
And it's a universal language. And also, shouts out to Nicki Minaj out there too. She's the best. And exactly.
Trini gal.
Exactly. Shouts out to all the Trinis out there. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best.
Thank you so much, man. Music is really special because music puts the spirit in people. Music, you can hear music in the wind, in the birds.
Right.
The ocean is music. But when you can put it in together into a beat, everybody's expression will be unique. And once they find something that they love and they put it into a craft and share it with others, that love will come true. So that's special.
Carnival is definitely the pride and joy of Trinidad and Tobago. So what inspires you to come out with these amazing anthems and being able to create new and different material every year for the Carnival?
Well, I love creativity, and Carnival is about creation. Creation in fashion, creation in art, creation in music, food, dance. There's so many aspects of culture coming together, but people just expressing their creativity, imagining things and then taking it and put it on paper and then try to actually make it like costumes. They make out of wire and all different types of materials. People make songs out of drums and rhythm and steel band. So for me, I love that creative process. And then I love making people happy with creation, So I like to make dope songs that could just captivate the whole country.
Right.
Because when you're playing Carnival and you're out there in the streets on Carnival Monday and Tuesday, no traffic lights working, no cars driving in the streets, just people running behind trucks and moving together. So if you get the right music, you can have them all in sync, all in symphony, doing something, feeling that togetherness. And when you try to create songs like that every year, you just keep trying to outdo yourself and do better than the year before. And for me, these are what makes road march songs or make people have great memories of that year, because they will quickly remember the music that they were listening to when they were in whatever party or on whatever road they were on. And that connects you with them, and that's a really great feeling. So it's about serving people and giving them that fuel and that sound to just let loose at Carnival.
Exactly. I feel like Carnival is a perfect time for everyone to forget the worries of life. It doesn't matter if you have work the next morning, because you know what? You're in the moment, you're having fun, you're partying. It's a time for you to let loose and just have a great time. And I love the way that you've been able to make those anthems and really, really put fuel to the fire of being able to have so much fun.
Yeah.
And your music and soca as a genre itself is so upbeat, and it's so just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's more it's so energetic.
Yeah.
I love the energy that you bring to the world, and I love the vibes that soca has on people, and I just love soca so much. It's so amazing.
Oh,
Carnival is a time for everyone to really just let loose and be,
Free.
free. Exactly.
Yeah.
Have good vibes.
Yeah, and I'm so happy I'm feeling you, feeling that music and feeling that energy, because it's transmitting and you understand what it is, and you're making me smile with your energy. So that's what I try to do. And what you give out is what you're gonna get back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are a legendary soca artist and are considered by many as the best of all time. So, what kind of legacy would Machel Montano like to leave, not only on soca, but on the entire world?
Unity is important for me. In my quest for music, I had to achieve greatness. I believe in greatness. I study people like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey and Mother Teresa. I just love greatness, and I see greatness in almost every individual. So I try to reach my greatness. And when I reach to that point, I feel like it's all about us being one, connecting with other people. Nobody above, nobody below, but we all together, and what we can be when we collaborate. So in my music, in my art, and I say art because I make videos, or I might make, some piece of clothing, or I might just design anything other than songs, it must reflect some level of bringing people together and making them one. That's what I want people to remember about me, is the way I made them feel. The way I made them feel like one, the way I made them feel united, the way I made them feel, like light. Because
Exactly.
light shines when you're just on happiness and togetherness and love. And I want people to understand that there's a physical life that we have to go to work and we have to go to school and we have to get a job and we have to do these things. But then there's a spiritual part of life where you try to understand the magnificence of who you are as a person, as a part of life itself on the planet, with the trees, with the earth, with the water, with the sun, the moon, with people. And once I could try to influence people to just look into that, look beyond just the normal aspect of life, and then see what they can do or what they find to touch others. That's what Machel Montano will be remembered for. I hope.
Well, I gotta say, tomorrow's never promised, but being able to say, whenever someone listens to my music, I want them to think of unity, creativity, and using your imagination, and being able to really come together and making the world a better place, being able to have good vibes, and just, I don't know, have that electric energy towards each other. There shouldn't be hate in the world, and your music has been able to really put everyone together in one area, and everyone's just gonna dance and have fun.
And smile and be
And
happy.
smile, yep.
And go home and transmit that to someone else. That's
Exactly.
it. That's the key.
Exactly. Well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Hey, life is beautiful. Life is magnificent. All you gotta do is pay attention. Once you pay attention to life, life will pay attention to you. Anything you wish or dream is possible. You just put it in here, and one day it's gonna be right in front of you if you just stick with it, work hard, be nice, be pleasant, be happy, and be optimistic, and just put in the work.
Well, guys, I'm here with the one and only Mr. Machel Montano, and until next time, Jazzy out.
Bam!